This film should really just be called Oz, the Great and Powerful James Franco's Smile, because, you know, that smile that he does that I can't even do, only James Franco can do that smile. But he does it a lot in this film. Hello, so today I'm reviewing Oz the Great and Powerful. The storyline of Oz the Great and Powerful is a small-time magician is sent off to an enchanted world where he has to decide if he will be a great or a good man. Now this film stars James Franco, Michelle Williams, Rachel Weisz, Mila Kunis and Zach Braff. Zach Braff plays two characters in this. He plays James Franco's assistant, Oz's assistant, and he also plays the monkey. Finley. He plays Finley the monkey. So, Oz the Great and Powerful was a film I was very excited for. It's directed by Sam Raimi. I did not actually mean to wear the Evil Dead shirt today. It's because, you know, it's directed by Sam Raimi as well. I was just picking up shirts out my wardrobe today and then I picked this, but it's still called Wear for the Review today. So, this is a film I was excited for. I saw it was directed by Sam Raimi. I was excited for it. I was excited for this prequel of the Oz world, of how Wizard of Oz is and how it was before the witches and everything came along. Mila Kunis, just going to put it out there, is incredibly hot in this film. I'm not going to spoil anything with this film. This is a spoiler-free review. I'm not going to, like some people have spoiled what happens to her in the film. I'm not going to spoil anything that happens. This is a film, the visual effects look amazing. There's some that looked a bit off at points and you can tell when there's a blue and a green screen at points, but not as amazing as Life of Pi visual effects, but it's still really, really amazing at points. James Franco, his smile was a lot in this film. It's when he's really happy, he keeps doing that smile all the time, and the most thing he does in this film is his facial expressions. Rachel Weisz, I think, was good as one of the witches. Mila Kunis was good as Theodore, one of the witches as well. And then we had Michelle Williams, who was the great witch, who I really liked. I thought she was brilliant. I really liked her, and she had this heart to her. She was charming and everything. We also have another little girl in this who plays the China doll, Joey King, who was in The Dark Knight Rises recently. And I have just realised something that this film does really, really cleverly. Now, Zach Braff does the voice of the monkey, and at one point James Franco says the line, "Oh, you're just my helper monkey," to when it's in the normal world, when it's in the black and white world. And then later on, Zach Braff is a monkey. And then there is a girl that plays the China doll, is also a girl in a wheelchair at the beginning, and like she's asking the wizard to help her walk because she thinks that she believes in him, he has magical powers, he will help her walk. Later on, we have the girl who's voicing the China doll, who was the girl in the wheelchair. And this China doll has had her legs snapped off. You will see in the trailer she's had her legs snapped off, and James Franco's going to do what he can to fix her and help her walk. And I just thought that was really clever that they have done those two things in the film, and it is really clever that I've just realised that. That is mind-blowing in some ways for that. This film, when it's in the black and white world, it is in a 400 by something, I can't remember, and then I saw this at the IMAX, and this is a film I think you really do need to see at the IMAX. It's black and white, and it's got the black bars at the side, and then when you go to the colour world, you see it stretch out along the screen, and it looks so, at the IMAX, the 3D looks incredible. I'm not a big fan of 3D, but I think the 3D for this film looked really, really amazing. It's popping out all the time, and nice visual effects. It looks beautiful, the whole film. I didn't really want to go too much into this film. I feel that if I go too much into things, I will spoil them. I think there's some really great little cameos in this film as well. It's a film that looks beautiful at points. It's really, really good at points. There's got the really creepy, dark things that Sam Raimi does. You can see it was directed by Sam Raimi. You can see at points because there's these really dark, like the makeup on the witches and stuff, and these really dark graveyard parts and dark forest parts, and you can really tell that it was directed by Sam Raimi, and that's the points that I liked. I really like the dark elements that he put into the film. I think there's some really great script writing points. There's Rachel Weisz though, there's one point where I was reminded of Flash Gordon. She tells, you know, the flying monkeys to fly. She's like, "Fly!" And it just reminded me of Brian Blessed in Flash Gordon when he says, "Dive!" Yeah. I have to say, if you guys see the film, if you've seen Flash Gordon, I'm sure it will remind some people of that. Oz the Great and Powerful, I really, really enjoyed this film. I think it was well directed by Sam Raimi. It's not amazing at the end, it goes very downhill, and it starts off well in points, and the opening credits look amazing, and it starts off really well and then goes like really downhill near the end. I think the end could have been done a little bit better. I feel some parts could have also been edited out, and I think it could have been cut down a bit short, and there's parts that dragged at times. I think they could have just cut them down a little bit. But altogether, I think it's a really great film. I definitely recommend going and seeing this. If you have an IMAX near you, definitely go and see it. I think this film looks really great, and I'm looking forward to what they do with the sequel. I want to see what they do with this world now and everything, because we already know what happens in The Wizard of Oz, but I want to see what else they do with this world. So I'm going to give Oz the Great and Powerful a 7 out of 10. Have you seen Oz the Great and Powerful? Did you enjoy it? Are you going to see it? Are you excited to see it? And what did you think of it? Did you like it or did you hate it? That's all I have to say today. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I shall see you all again very soon. Goodbye.